Fred Nzako. Fred, good morning. It's good to have you join us this
morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Now, I'm certain that so many things were, going on in your mind when you saw what was happening on the floor of the Senate yesterday with regards to the Senator Ningi having to defend himself. So many expectations from my own perspective. I expected that he would bring documents to back up his claims, but we didn't see that happen. But talk to us how you interpret everything that happened yesterday.
Well, when the news broke about that interview, that inglorious interview which Ningi gave to BBC House of Service, I told myself that there was going to be rancor in the Senate when they came to plenary on Tuesday. And true to my expectation, there was really some rancor. But I was deeply disappointed, very disappointed that Senator Abdul Ningi, a highly experienced legislator who has been in National Assembly since 1999. For 12 years, he was in the House of Reps, to the point that he became a deputy minority leader, a majority leader of the House, and had held a position as chairman of several committees and subcommittees, and then has been in the Senate since for the past almost over 10 years. So I felt so disappointed that he could not push through his ideas. He could not even defend himself. As a lawyer, what we're always looking at is opportunity for fair hearing. Because if he was not given opportunity to defend himself, I would have held the Senate by the jugular, because I would have read several meanings and insinuations to what transpired. But he was given every opportunity. And instead of him to defend himself, I mean, the plenary lasted, his issue lasted for almost 3 hours, and within which he was expected to push through what he meant. And if he said that he paid consultants about 30 million naira.
Rather, yeah.
So if you paid consultants, one expected that the consultants possibly were paid to study the budget deeper.
Which he said they did.
To study the budget deeper and come out with the pattern that he was alleging. Now, the question is, where was the result of the consultant study? And he came with some loads of documents. And we expected that he should be dropping some facts and figures on the table. Ningi did none of those. Instead, he went on a mission of rabble-rousing and disappointing everybody who had hitherto loved him. Being a PDP senator, and a ranking senator for that matter, and a very experienced legislator at the federal level, I can tell you that Abdul Ahmed Ningi thoroughly disappointed everybody and shot himself in the foot.
How so?
Shot himself in the foot because whatever he had planned to achieve with that interview had collapsed on his head. One, he went to the wrong audience. In the first instance, there was this doctrine that says you don't advise the king in the marketplace. You don't talk about the issues of institutions like National Assembly in the marketplace. The BBC House of Service, to start with, is not a lingua franca in Nigeria. So he chose an audience that will give him opportunity to whip up negative sentiments against the institution of the Senate, and possibly, in the opinion of his colleagues, against the South, against the Senate President, and even by extension, against the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. These are all insinuations. But of course, you don't blame anybody for insinuating in that manner, because in the first instance, why would Abdul Ningi, who had a degree in sociology from Ahmed University, Zaria, after having a higher school certificate from College of Arts and Science, he's not an illiterate, he has been in the House, he speaks good English, at least conversationally good English. How would he now go to BBC House of Service to expose, in the manner of speaking, such very serious issue as budget padding for a budget that has already been passed, signed into law, has become an act and a law of National Assembly, and is being implemented? I think Abdul got a very soft treatment.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
He got a very soft treatment.
What should it have been?
What is 3 months? Many people expected that he would have been kept away for a minimum of 1 year.
And that was
the initial idea.
A minimum of 1 year. He would have been kept away so that his people within that period, when they feel very incensed, they could start the process of his recall. Because what he did was anti his person, anti his personality, anti his position, and anti the establishment that he professes. Remember that he took an oath on the day of inauguration to defend the laws of the land. That Appropriation Act has become a law.